Hi Aaron, my name is Jacob, and today I want you to help me learn ollies. This is just some footage of me rolling around, cruising, and yeah, I ride my board a lot, and so I got ollies like standing still, but when I try to do moving ollies, it's just, I don't know what it is. I can't get the same pop, as the same height, and yeah, so I was wondering if you could help me out with that. I'm very comfortable on my board. I ride a lot, and yeah, here's some footage of my ollies. These are my standing still ollies.
Hey Jacob, this is Gabe Cruz, and today I'm going to help you learn your ollies. So my first impression upon watching your very first ollie just standing still is that it wasn't bad. It was a pretty decent ollie. But then I started watching a little bit closer, and I did notice some things that you could work on that could in turn make your ollies harder moving and just in general. Really, because the ollies are such a fundamental trick, it is super important that you have them down really well. So I'm going to go in this Skateboard and bring you along the ollie journey.
So here are some of my moving ollies. Yeah, again.
So now, watching these moving ollies, and we'll wait for one to pop up. Again, I noticed that they're not that bad. I mean, I'm not really sure what you mean by they're just not as good, as in like they're not as high, or you can't do them as consistently. But honestly, as like a beginner ollie goes, I really don't see much wrong with your moving ollie or your standstill ollie. I really do appreciate that you know how to ride your board really well. It's super important that you get the previous step down, and a lot of times people go into the ollie not really being comfortable on their board, and it makes it a lot harder to learn. But yeah, so I have a few slow motion clips of your ollies, and I'm going to start to analyze as soon as we're done watching these ones, and we'll check this one out. Yeah, that was pretty decent. So yeah, once we start getting into that slow-mo, I'll start giving you like a really in-depth help on how to fix these ollies and get them down.
Hey, so this is the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can help me with this ollie thing, and yeah, thank you. And also, I love your videos.
Okay, so now that we got this slow-mo, first I want you to check out this one, because you get a pretty good pop, and then you slide your foot up just a little bit, and then the board kind of just halts movement and it goes back down. Same thing for this one. You do pop, you slide up, you start sliding, but then you don't really follow through with the slide, and your board kind of just stops, and then it just comes back down. It doesn't go that high. So this is, I believe, the problem that you're having with your ollies. And I think that you need to fix this if you want to improve your flat ground, just not moving, and your moving ollies. So the first thing I noticed, like I said a little bit earlier, is that when you're sliding your front foot starts to slide up, and then it gets to just about the beginning of the nose, and it doesn't slide any higher. The very important thing about ollies is, first off the pop, you have to get a really good solid pop, which you are doing. I can tell that you're popping really hard. And the second really important part is the slide up with your front foot. The pop is what's going to help you start off getting that height, the momentum. That is what is going to start propelling the board upwards. But that slide upwards, which you can see right here, that slide upwards all the way to the very tip of the nose and then coming back is what is going to bring the board and propel the momentum even more than just your pop. So what I would recommend you doing is not this practice step, because I believe that you're already pretty good at the pop, but there's a practice step after this where you really just have your board, your tail is on the ground, your nose is up in the air, and you just practice over and over the popping motion, and then you slide your foot all the way up to the very tip of the nose. And Aaron is going to start doing it in a second, so you have a little bit better of an idea what I'm talking about. There you go, just like that. What you're doing is you're stopping right at about the kind of the start of the nose, a little bit past the trucks and the bolts, And what you need to do is follow through the entire way. And when you do that, when you start following through the entire way, you're going to notice that your board is going to start kind of propelling forward, and it's going to start going a little bit higher. And it's when you start getting that motion down is when you can start getting a really good pop. You start sliding your foot all the way, follow through every single time. I want you to follow through. That is your new code word, your new most important word, is I want you to follow through on that slide. And then when you follow through on that slide, the way you do it is you kind of extend your front leg and you bend your back leg. And when you extend like that, the higher the board is going to go. And I'm not really sure why. It's just one of those things in skateboarding that happens, and it's really confusing physics-wise when you start to think about it. But looky here at slow motion. Aaron pops, he slides to the nose, and then you notice as soon as he gets to the tip of the nose, his front leg extends, pushes forward, and then that causes the nose to kind of level out and go down a little bit, and then his back leg is already bending, so the board just naturally follows. That is what is called leveling out your ollie. Aaron is taking it to a bit of an extreme. That's called a ninja kick, a tweaked ollie where your back truck goes way higher than the front truck, but I don't want you to worry about that right now. I just want you to worry about popping really hard, sliding your foot up the nose to the very, very tip of the nose. I want you to follow through every single time. And then I want you to just extend your front leg a little bit and just bend your knees. Let that board just go up, float away, extend your knees. It's all about just momentum. You just got to get your board to pop up really high. That slide is going to further extend the momentum, further propel it. And then your knees bending is a thing that's going to cause your board to follow it up and get even higher than before. It's all a mixture of those things. So you got to take it slowly, one step at a time. So you got to work on the pop at first, and then you got to work all on the slide just to the nose. And then once you do that, you're going to have to start working on what feels comfortable to you in bending your knees. Here is a video of Doug in slow motion. As you can see, after his pop, his foot slides literally to the very tip. And then, like I said, you can see his front leg extending, his back knee bending, and that motion, kind of like that pop ninja kick kind of thing, is what is going to propel your board to go upwards. So I know that is a lot to take in, but there are a few fundamental things that you have to get that are going to improve your ollies in the long run. I promise you. So thank you very, very much for sending in your skate sport. I really hope I helped you out. Please go out there, practice, and if you land it, send it to us on Instagram, at Braille Skate and at GabeCrew01. Send it to us, and we'll check it out and possibly repost it on our Instagram. Thanks so much. You are the best. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. We love you guys, and send in your skate sports.
Okay guys, real quick, I'd like to invite you to our Braille House party on July 29th. This one is going to be focused a lot on teaching you guys how to skate. So you're going to get a lot of one-on-one from Aaron, me, a lot of people on the team. We're all going to be there, and we're there to help you learn how to skateboard. So definitely check it out. It's on July 29th at the Braille House. Tickets are online at brailleskateboarding.com/shop, and the link is also in the description. So check it out, and hopefully we'll see you there.